briefing. We have a couple of very important topics to cover this morning. The first is a program that's in conjunction with what our fire department's going to be doing this weekend, and that's Giving the Basics, which was founded in 2011 in Kansas City on the premise that no one, especially children, should go without the basic items needed to be clean and live a normal life. Basic hygiene items such as soap, shampoo, deodorant, toilet paper, toothpaste are essential for human dignity and self-worth and general good health. And so unfortunately, these items are not covered by government assistance. But we're fortunate to have some folks here that are filling that void. And so through personal contacts, recognition, and the greater Wichita area, Kansas was chosen as the first affiliate of this program. And the Wichita Fire Department is partnering with Giving Basics to have donation spots at all fire stations August 26th through September 16th. All 22 fire stations have barrels like the one sitting next to me, and where you can drop off all of these items that I mentioned. We certainly want to encourage everyone to drop off their hygiene items such as soap, body wash, toothbrushes, toothpaste, deodorant, shampoo, and conditioner. But here to tell us more about barrels that are going to be filled by the generous people in this community is Lieutenant Ake. And Lieutenant, I'll ask you to come up, and I know you brought some friends with you, and you can have them come up after you share a little bit about what we're doing.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Longwell. The Wichita Fire Department, we're very excited to be partnering with Give the Basics. We're going to have these barrels located at all 22 of our fire stations for the collection of the donations to back to school and the hygiene products. We're also going to have one located on the 11th floor here at 455, so members can also drop off there. The fire stations will be collecting these donations for the next 3 weeks. We're going to be doing this from August 26th through September 15th. So we ask you please visit your neighborhood fire station and bring these donations for this good cause. So now, to give you more details about the program, we're going to have Aaron and Megan talk to you about Give the Basics and their organization. So Aaron and Megan.
Hi, thank you. I'm Erin Kalkbrenn. I'm the Executive Director of Giving the Basics here in Wichita, and this is Megan Kai. She's our Development Director. And Giving the Basics has just started here in Wichita in January, and we're really excited to be able to bring hygiene products to those in need through the schools and through other pantries and shelters and 501c3s. We currently serve 23 schools in the area, as well as 15 pantries and shelters. We have just set up a program with USD 259. We will be serving all 92 schools through the semester, and we're currently adding a few other school districts at the moment. We'd really like to thank the fire department for having this drive, and we'd really like to encourage you all to go out and just distribute hygiene products, anything that we can get, we need. At the moment, we're mostly in need of toilet paper, deodorant, and laundry detergent. And our concept is kind of focusing on building this hygiene hub here in Wichita. We'd like to be the place to go for hygiene products, and we can distribute out to different organizations to help them specialize a little bit more in what they do. And this can be our little piece of the puzzle and our way of building a greater nonprofit community that works together and that we're creating, a more efficient economy and system. But thank you again to the fire department for letting us host this drive, and please bring your products over to those stations.
Anything else, Lieutenant? Thank you.
Can you get the spelling for last name, please?
Yeah, it's K-A, let me say it here. Sorry, it's K-A-L-K, B as in boy, R-E-N-N-E-R, first name Aaron. Thank you.
She was 25 before she knew how to spell that. And do you also take donations at your warehouse on the east side? You have a warehouse?
We do. We have a warehouse, and we actually are just creating a permanent drop-off location.
At that warehouse, where you can come back when you have that ready to take donations. So we appreciate the work that you do in our city. It's certainly incredibly important to provide those to those that don't have, and so we certainly appreciate that. And no one knows that better than our other guests that we're going to call up right now, because we have Pastor Dr. O'Donnell and his wife Peggy O'Donnell, and with us Commissioner O'Donnell. We want to talk about a petition drive that they have that they're hoping to help deny the parole of Donald Wacker. Wacker helped abduct 9-year-old Nancy Shoemaker. And he is again eligible for parole in December. Wacker is serving a life prison sentence for helping Doyle Lane kidnap Nancy while she was walking a block and a half from her South Wichita home on July 30th, 1990. And so, Peggy, why don't you come up and share what you're doing with the rest of your family?
Thank you so much, Mayor. My last name is O'Donnell, O''D''O''N''N''E''L'. And Mayor, thank you so much for allowing us to come today. We are here on behalf of our dear friends, Bo and Julie Shoemaker, who were members of our church at the time that Nancy was abducted, that July of 1990. They now reside in Florida, and they have to come back. Now lately, it's been every 2 years in order to get these petitions, and I have just a few of the hundreds I've already got and collected. And what we're asking for the Shoemaker family on behalf of them is that he be denied parole when we have a meeting in October 16th in Derby, and then the parole might be in December. And they would like us to distribute these and have these signed, that we would keep him locked up. So I'm going to let my husband actually talk a little bit more about this, as they were our members. So Mike, if you want to say a little bit more.
Sure. Again, thank you for allowing us this opportunity. And on behalf of the Shoemakers, they're very grateful for this community. Even though they're not located here now, they are very appreciative of the support they receive, the love they receive. And as their pastor, I can state that this desire to keep him put away is not because of vengeance. They have accepted long ago that this was a unspeakable tragedy that only the grace of God and their faith has been able to help them through. But with the support of this community, they are desirous to make sure that Mr. Wacker is not brought back into the community. Again, not for vengeance, but because of safety. The danger and harm that men like this bring to our community is unspeakable. We read of it in the newspaper on a regular basis. And so while we have the opportunity to see someone who has this history stay locked up and confined, we do so with the understanding that this is for the benefit of the community. And quite frankly, when they review this case every 2 to 3 years, it is heartbreaking. I've been there with them as they recounted the horrific death of their little daughter, Nancy. And so we ask the community if they would step up, help us turn into the parole board many, many thousands of signatures. You can find them. We have it at our foyer at our church, which is located at 1414 West Pawnee. That foyer is open 24/7, so if someone gets off work, they can stop by and sign the petition that's right there in our entry area, and we'll be collecting them for about the next month. If you have any questions or anything, there is a Facebook page dedicated to Nancy. You can find out lots of information there, and they'll also guide you to a link to if you want to go to the parole board directly. And so again, we thank you, Mayor, for allowing
Yes,
us
thank you
this
so
opportunity.
much.
Commissioner, you have something you'd like to add?
Sure. Mayor, thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak on behalf of the Shoemaker family, dear friends of ours. And I think what we're looking for is the community to rally once again. It's hard to believe that we're coming up next year on the 30th anniversary since Nancy's abduction, kidnapping, and murder. Most importantly, that we need to focus is that if he is awarded parole, he will be back in the community. He will be back in South Wichita. That is a concern for me as I represent South Wichita. It's a concern for you, Mr. Mayor, as I know your care and concern for children and all of those abused in our community. So we really need to rally together as a community, remember what it was like 30 years ago when Nancy Shoemaker was Wichita's girl. You can't find anybody that lived in Wichita in 1990 that doesn't remember this story. And I think we all can rally together for the Shoemaker family. So thank you for that opportunity, Mr. Mayor, and we would love your signature on this.
We have a special one right here. Thank you, Mayor.
Well, thank you all and appreciate what you're doing and have done for many years for caring for others, and I am happy to help lend my support and sign this petition. I bet we could even gather up a few more signatures in this room today.
That's what I'm hoping. We're hoping to present thousands again, so thank you so much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Commissioner. Dr. O'Donnell, thank you. And again, we appreciate what you all are doing to help keep violent offenders and people off the streets, certainly ones that do harm to children. And so it's truly is a tragedy to lose any life, such a precious child from two incredible monsters that we're not going to tolerate in our community. And so we appreciate the work that you're doing to help keep our community safe and the work that you do on a regular basis to help others. That's been kind of the theme today, is helping others, from giving the basics to what you all have been doing for years. One last thing I want to talk about is the Civic Engagement Academy that was launched in 2017 as a way to introduce interested individuals into community involvement and educate them on how our local government operates, empowering them to get involved in their communities. I want to let them know that graduates actually earn a certificate of civic leadership. This group meets Wednesdays from October the 2nd through November the 20th from 5:45 to 8:30. We're still accepting applications, so if you know someone that would like to go through our Civic Academy and find a different way to help others, that's certainly something that they can apply online at wichita.gov or by calling Janet Johnson at 316-352-4879, and we encourage those that would like to get involved or just learn more about the city to sign up. And Janet's in the back of the room, so she might recruit people that are here. So we appreciate all of you coming today, and we'll open it up for any questions that you have for myself or any of our guests that have joined us. We can ask Erin to spell her name again to see if she says it the same way twice. Well, thank you. We appreciate you being here.